Hi everyone, welcome to our project analysis series. I'm Li Fang and this is RJ. So today we're going to talk about Elta. So what we're going to go through today will be what are the units that are worth buying, how we predict the prices, and what are our top choice for each unit type. So this is Elta. So Elta is in Clementi, nested between Clermont and Clement Canopy. So this is the last plot of land in Clementi Avenue 1. So location-wise, this is a perfect location. Why I say so is that Clementi itself is in a very mature estate. So if let's say you want to go and buy your $1.50 coffee, you can just go down to the coffee shop to buy your coffee. And then right across will be where all the Clementi Mall, your Clementi Swimming Complex and the sports hall are. And this is where the stadium is. Next thing about Clementi itself, this is amazing place. Why is it so? It's because it's an educational hub. So educational hub meaning that all the way from primary school to tertiary, you can find renowned primary school all the way to NUS, which is right down here. So in this area, NUS is here. So if you are looking at tenant pool, this area will be perfect for you because NUS is here. So where there are a lot of professors who wants to stay in this area, where to look out for? They look out for this plot of land because right down the road, I think 2 bus stops you'll reach NUS. Okay, next thing here is right down here is where the NUH is. So for NUH, there will be also a lot of doctors and nurses in this area. So the tenant pool will be along this area. In One North Buona Vista area, this is where the researchers are. So these are one of your tenant pool as well. Okay, so
this is where all your Silicon Valley of Singapore is located at.
Yeah.
Alright.
Accessibility wise, we are just right beside AYE. So if you are driving, with AYE you can go to CBD area within 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, and right across will be Clementi MRT station. So Clementi MRT station, it's a green line, 2 stops to Buona Vista, where what RJ said is the Silicon Valley of Singapore. And there will be upcoming the Cross Island line here as well. So accessibility, this area is perfect for you. So moving on here, this is Elta perspective. So Elta, you can see, is actually very, very nice. So we will show you more about what is the land pricing in Clementi for this Clementi Avenue 1 plot.
So this part is, we're talking about the land price, so how much it was sold for. So it was sold in November 2023, okay? Sold off to MCL Land and CSE, correct? For a land price of $633 million. So for the land price per PSF per plot ratio will be 1250. So moving forward is how do we know whether if this land is a good place for you to buy into. So generally what we look at is we want to see if there is demand from developers in the area. So from here we can actually see that there are 6 bidders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Actually it's quite a lot, right? For plots of land. So usually what's the average for like the developers bidding a plot of land?
Average, if we talk about Ori, recently Ori had only I think 3 bidders.
Oh.
Yeah, so although it's a very sought after place in Toa Payoh, but we can see that it's a total different strategies for developer lah. And from here we can see that the developers are actually quite well known. CDL, we have Qingjian, all green. We have Guaco and also Hoi Hub. So but ultimately the land went to CSC land and MCL land. They went for 1250 PSF per plot ratio. So with all the fees, everything inside, how we will derive our final amount is that the estimated indicative price that we will be using will be around $2,200 starting from. So starting from means that it's the lowest floor. Alright, then averagely we will take in the middle somewhere around 70 to 20th level. Alright, so we'll run through the figures shortly after. And next we will have the project information. Elta, alright, 99 years, commencing from 2024. It has 2 blocks, 39 stories. Okay?
Quite high,
Very high. Yeah, it's very high. So there are some units that have good unblocked view. Yeah, there are some units that's also facing Bukit Timah Hill lah. So 2 blocks, number 10 and number 12. Okay, total land area is about 144,000 square feet. Then total units will be 501. Expected TOP will be around March 2029, and its legal completion will be 2032. Alright, as you can see, that is all done by very well-known companies. So we are expecting that this will be quite a good development. Okay, so next up what we have is the track record of the developers. Okay, we have Nava Grove, okay, Tembusu Grand in District 15, Twin View, okay, just down Pandan Loop area, and Leland Green in the Bukit Timah Enclave, Bedr0om, Upper Bukit Timah Enclave, and finally Park Esta.
I think my favorite last year was Nava Grove Show Flat.
Nava
Because
Grove,
MCL actually did a very, very good job. So the finishings are like amazing. It gives you a very luxe feel, even though the location might not be something that everyone likes, right? So you can expect the same thing in Elta also. So we just recently went to Elta Show Flat. So Elta Show Flat, the finishings and the layout are all very amazing. Yeah, so look forward to Elta Show Flat. So this is the site plan. So site plan wise, like what RJ has mentioned, there's actually 2 blocks of residential. So 39-story high, nested between, this is
Claremont.
This is Claremont, right? And this is Clement Canopy. Okay, so this is where Clementi Avenue 1 is, and this is where the AYE is. So if let's say you are afraid of the noises, because from the residential blocks to AYE is about 55 to 58 meters lah. If let's say you are unsure about how the noise level in AYE is going to be like, you can go and take a look at Clement Canopy because the distance is pretty much the same. Yeah, so developers for this development is actually very thoughtful in that sense that all the amenities is here, so it gives you a bigger setback as well. So we'll talk a bit about the distribution chart. So for this development, the distribution, the unit type will be all the way from 1 bed plus study to 5 bedder. Okay, so if you see the distribution, 1 bed and plus study and 2 bed, 1 bath is mostly for, I would say it's mostly for investment property.
Investment.
Something that most people would rent as well.
Will be geared towards the tenants lah.
Yeah. So if you see this development is actually a good healthy of own stay and investment, because 1 bed plus study is 7.2%, and then 2 bed all the way to 2 bed 1 bath to 2 bed plus study is about 35.7%, and then the rest of it will be about 50.
About 50%.
The unique thing is that most of the unit type only has 1 stack, except for the 3-bedder.
The 3-bedder.
The 3-bedder has 2 stacks. Yeah. Okay, so for this one, we actually use Nava Grove as a way of how we predict the pricing the indicative pricing for Elta. Why we use Nava Grove is because Nava Grove is also by MCL. How the prices works will be pretty much the
same. How the developer will stack the premiums for the different unit types, right, will pretty much be the same. That's how we estimate.
Yeah, we estimate because Nava Grove was launched in November last year, so I think the employees there are still there lah. So usually the strategy don't change as much. Yeah.
Shouldn't change as much. Right? Yeah, we feel.
But the only difference between this Nava Grove and Elta is that Nava Grove stops at about 24-story, whereas Elta is at 39 floor. The height difference is a bit different. Then the second thing is that Elta faces AYE. It faces a highway, whereas Nava Grove does not face any highway. Okay. So maybe we go through a bit about how Nava Grove, the forest-facing 2-bedder is like. So we can use this as an estimate to estimate what is the predicted prices that we predict for 2-bedder in Elta.
Correct.
Okay, so the first strategy that they go through, right, is actually per floor jump. For this one, it's actually 0.5% premium. Okay, but if you see level 8 and level 9, right, they are actually of the same price. Yeah, and also similarly level 18 and level 19, they are the same price also. So usually for high floor blocks or developments, right, they actually go through these 3 segments. So you'll go from low, mid, and then high floor. And then per floor jump premium is about 0.5%. Then once you go to the next segment, there will be even higher premium. Yeah. So for Nava Grove wise, the premium goes at 1% and also 2.5%. Okay. So for the 3-bedder wise, if we actually took out Nava Grove sale prices on the launch day itself, similarly per floor increment is about 0.4%. And then level 8 and level 9 same price, level 18 and 19 also the same price. But if let's say you're talking about per segment jump, right, it's 2 times more for level 7 and level 8. And then once you reach the mid to high floor, it's almost 6 times jump.
About there.
Yeah,
almost
about
there.
6 times jump.
The reason is because, right, Nava Grove, if we look at the site plan again, right, in front of Ulu Pandan, you actually have unblocked view. Yeah, and the rear, you're actually facing the Mount Sinai region. Yeah, correct. So some people will prefer the unblocked view. So essentially, if you are buying higher floor, you are paying for the views and the premium. Alright, but that being said, Nava Grove and Elta, the similarity is that it starts on the higher floor. That means there's already an elevation.
Yes.
Yeah, so if you are buying level 4 or level 7, you're essentially buying slightly higher because it's already on elevated ground.
Yeah.
Correct? Yeah, so that's how we actually get how the developer strategize their planning, their launch price, and also how much they will stack as the level goes higher.
Okay, so now we'll be talking about 1 bedroom. So look at the floor plan for 1 bedroom. So for 1 bedroom wise, it's going at 506 square feet. Okay, so for this facing, it will be the school facing, and 1 bedroom is at stack 10. Okay, so for 1 bedroom wise, going in from the main door, on the left hand side is where the study is. Okay, so this is the study. So on the right side, it will be a galley kitchen. So actually for 1 bedroom, for this size is actually quite sizable lah. Because for a couple to stay, and maybe a couple and a small little kid, a young kid.
Yep.
Yeah. So this study room, I would say it's almost like a flexi room.
Yes.
Because you can use it as a storeroom, you can use it as a study room, or you can convert it and put a single size bed here, and then you can cordon off this area. Yeah.
It's enclosable lah.
It's enclosable, yes. Likewise, for the master bedroom, you can put a king size bed. I think this is very sizable. Okay, so for Elta wise, it's a harmonized project.
Yes, harmonized project.
So what we meant by harmonized project is that the aircon latch is actually you're not paying for the aircon latch itself. So the unit size is actually the livable space within the unit.
Correct.
Okay.
So harmonized and non-harmonized, the difference is usually about 7 to 8% around that range, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, so for example, if you are talking about your previous non-harmonized units, we are talking about maybe 517 or something like 564, something that's slightly bigger. But today, with new regulation, developer will have to sell you livable space rather than having the aircon latch or even void spaces. So if we buy this unit, essentially you are making your dollars worth lah.
Yes.
Yeah, you're getting every 506 square feet of livable space.
So for this area, Clementi area, right, the people who are looking at 1 bed plus study, right, I would say most of them are investment.
For investment, yes, correct.
Or people who actually works around that area.
Yes.
Yeah. So maybe you can share a bit more about the tenant pool lah. So for the tenant pool wise,
Okay.
we are looking at just now we were talking about the Silicon Valley of Singapore, which is the One North area,
Yep.
where all the researchers are going to be at.
All the big companies also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we actually saw some of the big companies, right? Like Equinox.
Razer, you have your Grab, you have MOE, Procter & Gamble, Maple Tree Business Park around the area. On top of that, we have A-Star, you mentioned A-Star?
Yes, A-Star.
Yeah, correct. Then Unilever, we have NTU, INSEAD, and even ESS. EC.
Yeah,
yes,
and also
correct.
we're looking at, because down the road will be NUH, Kent Ridge area.
Yes, Kent Ridge area.
So for NUH wise, we are talking about the doctors, the nurses who might actually want to rent somewhere that is nearer to their workplace because they're always on call, right? Yeah, so they want to rush to the hospital as soon as possible.
Fast.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay,
Yes.
so we'll go through the price prediction for Elta 1 bed plus study.
Correct. So on top of the 1 bed plus study, so 2002 is the starting from price. So what we are looking at is level 4. So for Elta, it will start on level 4. Okay, so starting from 2,200, per square feet, starting at around $1.1 million. Okay, so we have around the mid-floor, 20th floor, we are going for $2,380 per square feet, and it's going for about $1.2 million. And finally, we have the high floor units. Okay, high floor units will be of 34, 35, up to 39 floors. We are going for about 1.3 million, and it's going for about 2.5, 2.6 PSF. Okay, from what we can see here is that the quantum today we are seeing, right? I hear a lot of my clients saying, hey, where can I still find $1.2 million?
Elta.
Yeah. One bedroom. Last time we don't get to hear all these things. Right? We hear my clients buying, even our clients purchasing their one bedroom for like what, $600,000-$700,000. Yeah. But moving forward today, prices have gone up. Yes, and sometimes you don't even hear one bedroom going for like $1 million, maybe 1.2 and above. Yeah. Correct. But today we have Elta estimated to start from $1.1 million. Okay, so who are these people for? I think what Li Fang say, right, is for the investors. Okay, so for investors, we're essentially price sensitive. Or you don't buy too high, after that lease out already, also not worth it.
Because they are always looking for rental yield.
Correct.
So if let's say you buy too high a price, then your rental yield actually drop. Yeah.
Yes, correct. For this pricing, okay, so what we have tiered out is we've tiered out around this area. All right, for every floor jump is about 0.5% per level. Okay, so this is the second tier. So second tier developer will generally have a little more premium because why? The view
might be a bit different. Yeah.
They change, nicer view. All right. So our second loading will be here. Then finally, the nicest view one will be here. Yeah. Okay, but of course, we are looking at investment. We do not. I would not recommend my clients to buy somewhere around here. Why? The reason is because if we look at the average rental.
Maybe we share about the rental in Clementi, because Clementi is just right beside us.
Correct.
So there's a one bedder. We draw out some comparison of one bedder transacted rental prices for a low floor and a high floor unit, and then we see what would be the estimated yield if, let's say, we buy a low floor unit in Elta and a high floor unit in Elta.
Correct. So for Clementi, right, we use the lowest floor and also the highest floor. So as we can see, the monthly rental is not very different. Okay, so we have the monthly rent of 3,006. Let's say we purchase Elta at 1.113 million. So our estimated rental yield will be about 3.9%. Okay, so the next one will be if we were to purchase it at the higher floor, we are buying it at a much higher price. Okay, so your rental yield will...
Actually, rental not much difference, right?
Not much difference, right?
Because when people want to rent, if they want to rent that certain development, they don't care whether is it good view or not good view. Because they always come back from work and then you just go into the room and then maybe sleep.
So not only the buyer, right, is price sensitive, the tenant pool is also price sensitive because they are not staying there. They are just finding a lodging, whether is it for their next home or like what Li Fang say is for their work. Okay, so for investment strategy, we will recommend to buy as low, as we can. All right, and high floor does not mean that we will get a higher yield. Also, doesn't mean the tenant want to pay higher for the nicer view.
We always want our client to buy as low as they can, but sometimes also depend on your balloting number on the booking day itself. Yeah.
And also, if we were to go back to our loading, right? So, for example, if you were to buy the high floor. Correct. Sometimes the high floor units, right, you can actually purchase a slightly bigger unit already, but on a lower floor. Correct. So, for example, a high floor unit for one bedroom is around 1.3 million. Let's say if you buy a low floor unit, correct, a low or mid floor unit for 2 bed, 1 bath in Elta, you can actually get one extra room. Yeah, and the room can fit the queen size bed.
Yes.
Yeah. So different. So we have a cut-off level also for our investors who are looking to enter these development.
Okay. So for 2-bedroom analysis, there are actually 5 types of 2-bedroom in Elta itself. So ranging from 2 bed, 1 bath, 2 bed, 2 bath, and 2 bed, 2 bath plus a study. Okay, so we're gonna a lot, right?
Confusing,
Yeah, so we're gonna segment them into these 3 categories,
Yes.
Okay, so first off, 2 bed, 1 bath. So we have type B1. So type B1 is stack 11, school facing. So we face this side. Okay, there's only one stack here. And then for type B2 will be similar size at 614 square feet. Stack 7, which is the AYE and diagonal west sun facing.
Slightly lah.
Yeah, just a bit only lah. But both of the unit type, right, they are both dumbbell layout, quite similar lah. Actually, the minor difference is where the dining area is and also the entryway. Okay, so for entryway wise, if you see, this one is actually wider as compared to this one here. If you ask me if there is much of the difference, I don't feel that there is much of the difference. The third differences will be also the bedroom. The bedroom for this will be a bit more staggered lah. But that is the only few differences.
We should create some privacy for the tenant lah, or even for the owner. Yeah, so also the walkway, right, I feel makes a little bit of difference lah. Yeah, because if you walk into the house, right, you also want to have have a bit of spaciousness. While you go inside, you see, wow. Yeah. So sometimes, if let's say for example for type B2, the 2 bed 1 bath, right, the kitchen area might be a bit narrow, so it may not give the spaciousness. Yes, correct. Until you cross the kitchen area, then you start to see the full area of the 2 bed 2 bath. And dumbbell layout gives it a very nice, landscape kind of feel lah.
It's more efficient space efficient.
Correct.
So I think for, let's say, if you're using this as a form of investment wise, I think being efficient is the way to go.
Important.
Yeah, important, right?
You want your dollar worth.
Yeah. Then I think I also kind of like this 2-bedder layout. Why is it so? Because a lot of 2-bedder in the market, right, they all have galley kitchen. So galley kitchen is maybe like the kitchen will be in this area here. Yeah, but for Elta wise, right, this is an enclosable kitchen.
Closable.
Yeah. So which is quite rare in the market lah, even for new launches.
2 bedders, yes. Correct.
Okay, so if we talk about, because this is more of the investment unit, right? So maybe Ajay will share a bit more about what is the price prediction and what is the rental like.
Okay, so similarly, right, price prediction will be starting from 2.2K per square feet. Okay, so this 2,200 per square feet will start from level 4, okay, and all the way up to level 39. So similar to your 1 bedroom, the loading will be 0.5% per level jump. Then because of the views, right, somewhere here, right, there will be another cut-off for second tranche, which the developer will stack up additional 1%.
Yeah,
so from our analysis from the previous developments from MCL, that's what we can see. Okay, so as it goes up, you see 1.35. Correct. Then after that, level 39 will be 1.632. Correct. But the level 14 and 15 up to 27 and 28 will be similar price. Correct.
Yeah.
It's also a strategy for developers to entice people to buy the first bulk. But again, if we look at this price, correct, for a low floor.
Actually very cheap for 2-bedder.
For 2-bedder.
1.35.
This decent price.
Yeah. For Clementi, such mature estate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like you see, recently Ori, the launch, 1-bedder is like going almost 3,000 per square feet already. But here we are targeting.
That's a high floor one.
High floor one.
Yeah.
But again, here we are looking at 2,002. Even we stack up to level 39, right, it's about 2.65.
Yeah.
Yes, and you get 2 bed 1 bath. Yeah, so we think that I hope developer will give chance lah. Yeah, so that everybody will be able to make some money with their selections. Correct.
The rental for high floor and low floor, because if let's say we're talking about investment units wise, right, we need to see whether high floor give us more yield or low floor give us more.
See whether it makes more. Okay, so similarly, 2 bed 1 bath, 678.
This is like Clementi Canopy, right?
Yes, this one is Clementi Canopy unit. So we use it as an example because it's just right beside only. Okay, so putting out figures from our SRX and also square foot research, right? So we have level 4 going for 4,001, level 18 also going for 4,001. Hey, Li Fang, just now we say, right, tenants are price sensitive.
Yeah.
Correct. So similarly to investors, we also have to be price sensitive because you see level 4 and level 18, the rental same.
Yeah.
Correct. So if everything the same, okay, assuming that Elta will also lease out for 4,001, correct? So what we have here is low floor, 1.35 million. Our yield will be going for 3.6%.
Yes.
Wow, quite decent already.
Yeah.
Yeah, then let's say we buy a higher floor on level 18, correct? We are going for 3%. So similarly to what we have analyzed for one bedroom, correct? We will encourage our clients to buy as low price, correct, as possible, correct, because it will give us a slightly better yield. But that being said, also just now I think we were talking about one bedroom. The high floor already going for 1.3, 1.35 million,
Yes.
correct. You see what we discussed earlier is that
You might actually consider getting a 2-bed, 1-bath, right?
a 2-bed, 1-bath.
Yeah.
Lor. So at least if you want it for own stay, you can invite friends over, you have more space in the house, correct? Maybe you have a direct access to the swimming pool, so you have extra space on the outside, correct?
And also because this is a new launch, right? This is a new launch. So if let's say the pricing are quite similar, actually the down payment might not be much. Even though like if you see like maybe like a 5-6K, maybe the down payment is like a few hundreds or maybe a $10 over.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
So now we'll talk about the 2-bed, 2-bath analysis. So for 2-bed, 2-bath, there's two types of 2-bed, 2-bath. There's type B3P, which is at 700 square feet. Both of them are at 700 square feet. One of them is facing the AYE, which is the south facing. And then this will be the north facing. Okay, so this one will be facing actually the school. Yeah, so this will be at stack 14 and this will be at stack 3. Okay, if you talk about the layout wise, right, actually not much of the difference other than where the dining area is. So for type B3P, right, when you come in, similarly you will get a kitchen on your left. So this is where the kitchen area is. On your right hand side will be your dining area. For this one is 2-bed, 2-bath. One of the common bathroom will be the Jack and Jill. And then for the common bedroom, actually you can fit a queen size bed. So I know some of the developments for 2-bed, 2-bath, one of the common bedroom cannot fit a queen size bed. Can only fit a single, super single. Yeah, so this development is actually quite good. The master bedroom can actually fit a king size bed. And then it's ensuite toilet. For the type B4, right, the only difference between the B3 and B4, right, is where the dining area is. So this is more of a dedicated dining where it is right behind the kitchen area.
So you bring out the food, essentially you just walk to the dining table, you don't walk across.
Yeah.
For the other one,
This one is
you
walk
walk
across,
across.
right? Yeah.
So yeah.
So that is the very minimal difference.
Yes, very minimal difference.
But I think the main difference for these two stacks, right, is one faces the expressway, the other one faces the school. Correct. So it depends on which one you're okay with.
Correct. So our guess is that the developer, right, may actually price the units facing the school facing one higher. The reason is because it might be quieter, but we don't know, but it's just our guess.
Yeah.
Yes, maybe if you buy a high floor facing AYE, you may get unblocked view of the landed houses, Jubilee Road, that area. Yeah,
so actually quite nice also.
Yes, actually quite nice.
If you're okay with the noise lah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So for this configuration, I think it's maybe for people who want to buy for their own stay also, maybe like low income, no kids. Yeah, they want a place that is efficient. Yeah, that is has quite nice unblocked view, own stay. I mean, if you want to purchase somewhere that's high floor, I think these are unique.
Yeah.
Or even this development.
Because this one can become their study room, right?
Correct.
And then this will be the place that where they sleep lah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so maybe we talk about a bit about the how we estimated the price.
Yes.
For this one.
Okay, so again, starting price 2,200 per square feet. Okay, which is also low floor, level 4. Alright, high floor, I am looking at slightly higher, closer to $2,650 per square feet already. So similar strategy, developer will price it at 0.5% per level, all the way up to this area here. Then developer will have a 1% and even up to a 2.5% jump at 26th floor. Like we said earlier, right, the reason is because of the view. So whenever we go higher, we are paying more for the view. Correct. And also, okay, average price, what we are looking is somewhere around here, around the 20th floor mark, is about $2,390 per square feet. Okay? So if you are looking for investment, we will still advise to purchase somewhere here lah. Correct. But if your own stay, very nice view, unblocked view up to Bukit Timah Hill facing the north.
Yes.
Yeah. And facing the south, wow, I heard can see the sea then.
Okay lah, the reservoir lah, the Ulu Pandan Reservoir.
Ulu Pandan Reservoir. I mean, from the show flat we saw, wow, the developer actually flew a drone.
Yes.
Then can see the sea, you know.
Yeah, the higher floors lah, I would say the higher floors. Maybe like 33 floor and above, you can see a bit of the reservoir.
Yes, correct. Then to your right will be like Park Riviera, Twinview, Whistler Grand area. Talking about that, I think this development is very similar to Park Riviera. The setback also very similar, about 55 meters, and also in front is elevated. Yeah, so if you're like what Li Fang said earlier, if you really want to see a development that is like similar to Elta, right? Maybe Park Riviera
might also be a good choice to
correct.
go and view.
Just take a look, see how it looks like, what's the view is going to be like.
Especially the ones facing the AYE right?
AYE, correct. All the cars traveling every day lah, but stay long enough, it will become white noise.
Easier for your kid to sleep, maybe. So the next thing we talk about is the 2-bed plus study. 2-bed plus study wise is at 807 square feet. Actually quite big, very big.
Yeah, we have 3 bedrooms today that's going for what? 850 square feet?
Yes, 3 bedroom compact.
Correct.
Yeah, at Ori.
Yeah, Li Fang is our tagger here, so she should know the units at Ori very well.
Yeah, so that was also one of the 3-bedder actually sold out first lah.
Wow.
Yeah, because the jump was quite big as well. Okay, so for this one, 2-bedroom plus study, 807 square feet. This is at Stick 6, so also AYE facing. Yeah. So for this one, the only difference between this and just now the 2-bed plus 2 bath that we have talked about, right, is that there is an additional study area. But if you talk about the layout wise, it's similar. Dumbbell layout, enclosable kitchen. And unfortunately for this layout, don't have a dedicated dining area lah. So they put a dining area here.
But the show flat, I think they put it right in the middle here.
Yeah.
So it's very nice.
It looks actually quite premium lah.
Yeah,
Do you think so?
Correct.
Yeah, it's a bit like Nava
roof. Like the dining table is in the middle.
Yeah, the door key.
2 walkway.
Yeah.
So
because I think this one is actually quite big. So even if you put the dining table in the middle, right, you still can walk both sides.
Correct. Also, I think the study has an aircon also.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
So study having an aircon, then you can convert this into another room lah. Yeah.
Actually.
But maybe we can talk about what is our top pick for this 2-bed, 2-bath and 2-bed plus study.
Sounds good.
Yeah. But first we go through the price prediction for this 2-bed plus study first.
Okay, so low floor starting from $2,200 per square feet. Okay, so right here again, starting 1.775 estimated. Highest floor will be going for about 2.145 million. Okay, then averagely it should be around this range. All right, about $2,380 per square feet. Okay, so 2-bed, 2-bath, very nice configuration. Similarly, developer will price it 0.5%. Per floor. Then for every tier jump, because the view changes, so it may be a 1 or 2.5% jump based on level 13 and level 26 here. Okay, so this area here, if let's say developer is trying to entice you to buy, that's why they put the same price lah. Yeah, but all this is just our estimation. But so far, I think our estimation has been quite accurate lah, quite true lah, I would say. Yeah, so I hope that we will be able to get a good ballot number. Yeah, correct for this one. So I think Li Fang and I will also discuss that if let's say we are going for a high floor unit here already.
I think even for a mid floor unit for this one, you might be able to upgrade to a 3-bedder. Yeah.
Okay, so just a summary of the units. Okay, so your type B3P, 700 square feet, stack number 14, 2-bed, 2-bath. Okay, your bath here. And your rooms here is facing south. Alright, that's your AYE facing stacks.
Yes.
Alright, then after that we have our B4P. Okay, that will be north facing, that will be your school. Alright, then the last one will be your 2-bed plus study here. This is extra study, 807 square feet, the biggest one already. Okay, this one will be south facing AYE as well. Okay.
So I think the main reason why we chose B4 as our top choice is because we feel that for 2-bed, 2-bath wise, rather than talking about investment, most people actually use it for own stay.
Yes.
So for own stay wise, maybe they would like something that's a bit quieter. That's why you see when we recommend the 1 bed 1 bath and also the 2 bed 1 bath, we actually recommend the AYE facing because we feel that maybe for that facing, the premium might be at the school facing.
Yeah.
But for this one, even though the premium might be at the school facing, but it's for own stay ma.
You might
for own
cater to people who want to stay there.
Yeah, so for own stay, you might not be able to take the AYE facing noise. So we actually recommend the B4P as our top choice.
Yes.
Because actually B4P and B3P, they are actually the same size.
Exactly the same, yeah. Correct. And also 700 square feet. I feel it's very nice size for 2 bed lah. Yeah, 700 square feet. Anything bigger than that, correct. In today's harmonization market, might be a bit too big lah.
Yes.
I think like what Li Fang say, you see, you buy a 807 square feet unit, right? You essentially can upgrade to a smaller 3-bed compact.
So that's also one of our reasons why we put our B5 as our last choice lah.
Correct.
Yeah, because when we talk about the upgrading cost wise, right? If for B5 807, if you want to upgrade to a 3-bedder 926 square feet, right? Actually, it's
The
only
price
99 square feet difference only.
Yes.
Maybe the price difference might not be so much. So if you are taking a mid-floor 2-bed plus study price at 1.8 mil, maybe you top up 171k more, you can get a low-floor 3-bedder.
Correct.
Yeah.
But 171k, right, you're not essentially paying full cash for it. If we look at it in the grand scheme of things, we are seeing it as 171k the top up, 25%, and the buyer stamp duty portion will be the initial payment.
Yes.
The remaining 75% of this 171,000 here will be financed by the banks.
Yes.
Correct. So if let's say you have a valid number for 807 square feet unit for high floor, the remaining one left high floor, no more already. But it's similar pricing to the 3-bed compact. Correct. Naturally, I think we will recommend the 3-bed lah. Correct. You get a full-size bedroom
Yes.
You see, queen, king.
Yes.
Yeah, and dedicated.
Yeah, your dining table instead of can put 4 chairs, can put 6 chairs now.
Correct.
Yeah.
And your kitchen, right, is so sizable here with a window.
Yeah.
So you can do your heavy cooking, deep frying, etc. there.
So if let's say we go back to our top picks for 2-bedroom lah. If we merge the whole entire segment of 2-bedroom, means 2 bed 1 bath, 2 bed 2 bath, and 2 bed plus study, this would be our top pick.
Correct.
So if let's say talking about
B1 school facing for investment purposes.
so school facing, so B1 will be the school facing one, B2 will be the AYE facing, B3 also AYE facing, and B4 will be the school facing. So just now we talk about we will take B2 low floor first.
Correct.
Because that B1 will be where the premium is going to be at. So the choice sequence will be at B2 low floor, then B1 low floor, then B2 mid floor, B1 mid floor. Then if we can actually top up a bit more to upgrade to the B4, which is 2 bed 2 bath, then it will be a B4P and then B3P.
Alright. So that's our analysis here. So we have 2 different ones here. One is 614 square feet and one is a 700 square feet. So just now what Li Fang actually said is that the price loading for a low floor 2 bed 1 bath here is 1.35 million up to 1 point around this range for investment unit. Maybe the max now, I think somewhere we can go is here lah.
Yes.
Correct. You see, we look at the pricing here is about 1.5 million already. So just now like what we mentioned earlier, for this price range we can actually buy a 2 bed 2 bath.
Yeah, low
Correct?
floor,
Low
level
floor.
4.
Yeah, and you top up a bit more, maybe up to 1.6 million, you're essentially paying $100,000 more.
Yeah.
And you don't have to pay $100,000 full cash, right?
It's down payment ma.
Correct. 25% plus your buy stamp duty portion will be the initial
Like
cash
a few
or CPF.
$100 lah, maybe.
Yes, correct.
But if you want an actual calculation, you can look for us.
Yeah, if you feel confused, of this whole
You don't know what
area,
we're talking about. You can
call
look for
lah.
us. Yeah.
Yeah, you can call us, then we will explain to you. Yep. So this is the summary of our choice sequence based on how to maximize your dollar value.
So we'll go through our 3-bedroom analysis. So for 3-bedroom wise, there's 2 types of 3-bedroom. So this is the first type of 3-bedroom, which is type C1, going at 926 square feet. Okay, so the two types of 3-bedroom will be this 926 square feet, and the other one will be the type C2, which it's a premium unit, so there will be a study inside. So for this one wise, it's a conventional layout. So conventional layout meaning all the bedrooms are tucked into one corner. So this is the only two stacks that they have for this type of unit. So the two stack will be at stack 4 and stack 9. Okay, they are both the school facing. So there's actually 72 units in total. Okay, so coming in here actually quite good because this gives you a bit more privacy lah. Rather than those long corridor whereby you go in, you can see the whole entire dining and living space. So the kitchen also not too bad because the kitchen is enclosable as well. I think the good thing about kitchen is that there is actually a window. So with window you can do your heavy cooking and walk ahead. Yeah, so maybe you really need to consider whether you want to enclose this.
So burn the house down lah.
Okay, so there is the dining area. So this dining area can put a 6-seater. So 6-seater is good for maybe a good family, maybe with
small
2 kids.
Size family, 2 kids.
Small size family with 2 kids and maybe a helper. And then this is the living area. And then there's one common bathroom here, which is a Jack and Jill to the common bedroom. Okay, so this is the second bedroom as well. The master room, when you go in on your right hand side, is the master lah. And then you have to go in further to the master bedroom. The master bathroom is a bit different from the conventional because most of the master bathroom, right, typically is always like in this area. So that's the only difference. But I think this unit is actually quite good layout. Yeah, for 926.
Yes.
Yeah, so if you are looking at 2-bed plus study, you might want to consider getting a 926 square feet. At least you get 3 proper bedrooms. So we'll talk about the price prediction for this one as well.
Okay, so the price prediction similarly starting from price will be about 2,200 per square feet. Okay, low floor will be going for 2.037 million, high floor will be going for 2.46 million on average. Okay, so averagely the unit should be selling for about 2.35.
Yes.
2.35 thousand per square feet. Correct?
So we use the same strategy throughout the MCLG strategy.
Yes, correct.
Because they recently just launched a project.
So we use that to price predict what developers will actually launch on LG.
So maybe we go through a bit about the 3 premium.
Okay, so now we move on to the 3-bed premium. Okay, so similarly here, it will be on stack 2. So what I have is that it's facing the school here. Okay, so it's along Clementi Avenue 1. Alright, so this 3-bed premium compared to the previous 3-bed compact, right, is that we have a study here.
Yes.
So what's the good thing about this study is that it can actually be doubled up as a store area as well. So this unit mix comes with 1 master, 2 common, there's the other common here, and comes with 3 washroom. So essentially here we have like a mini junior master already. And what's good about this unit is that it has a dumbbell layout. It comes with a dedicated dining area, and also there's a dry and wet kitchen here.
Yeah, I like that there's an island in the kitchen area.
Yes,
so you can do a lot of your bakings there.
Correct, very nice. So
it's like a girl's dream.
Okay, so we have the wet kitchen here. Alright, comes with a window. Alright, so essentially this whole area here, if I want to double up into a maid's quarter, is also possible. But I feel, in my opinion, for HDB upgraders, right, we're actually all quite spoiled one. Yeah, the reason why I say spoiled, right, is because we have storeroom.
Yes.
So for HDB upgraders, right, sometimes extra space here will be good because we already use the storeroom.
Yes.
Yeah, and the unit size is about 100 square feet difference. Yeah, price difference wise, maybe about 200k more, but of course you get 1 additional toilet, 1 study here, and we get a dumbbell layout. Alright, wet and dry kitchen together here as well.
I think alternatively, right, because if let's say we are talking about HDB upgraders, maybe they probably have like a helper at home.
Yes.
So if let's say you have a helper at home, maybe you can double up this study area, you cordon off this area, you cordon off this area, then your helper can actually have this area for herself.
Yeah, I think that's what some of our clients also do.
Yes.
Yeah, so at least rather than putting, some people, I feel very extreme lah. They put inside storeroom.
But no choice on this kind.
No choice. But again, this one is like a dedicated space, with window and proper ventilation.
Yes.
Yeah, correct. So similarly, price prediction, low floor starting from will be 2,200 per square feet. We are starting from about 2.25 million, level 4, 2,200 per square feet. Top level will be going for 2.72 million. Well, actually 2.72 million, you maybe can buy something.
4-bedder.
4-bedder maybe lah. Small
4-bedder in
four-bedder.
Elta lah.
Yes. Alright. Okay, so averagely it should be going around here. So we are looking at about $2,370 per square feet.
Yeah.
Okay, next will be the upgraders. So who's Elta actually targeting?
The Clementi upgraders. Because Clementi, if let's say you talk about like the newly MOP houses, actually they are going at quite high price for $4 rooms. Yeah.
They are going for one.
So averagely, if you look at the pricing, it's almost like 1 mil to 1.2 mil thereabout. Yeah.
Right. But sometimes most of the time our clients will tell us, hey, I feel maybe we cannot move, we have some issues. But after sitting down with us, we look at the numbers, they actually can move to a nicer development with a different lifestyle altogether.
With minimal cash outlay at the front.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I think for this case, you might need to plan your timeline a bit. If let's say you have trouble planning your timeline, you can look for us.
Confused can look for us now, okay? Yeah, so next one will be your 5-bedroom. Wow, I think last year itself has had the most $1 million HDB transactions.
Yes.
Correct. And I think Clementi is one of the top few
districts.
with 1 over million. So let's say if you are looking to move within Clementi again.
I think a lot of people like Clementi area because like it's mature, but then there is still new developments coming up. So if you talk about Clementi Avenue 1, there's actually quite a number of new developments there. Newer developments lah. But then unfortunately Elta will be the last plot lah. So if you miss this chance, then maybe you need to look for somewhere else, or maybe you need to look for resale. We can meet up and talk about like why we think sometimes it's actually better to buy new launch.
Okay, so what are our top picks for 3-bedroom? I think what we have done here is that we have shown that, what's the difference? This is the difference compared to our 3-bed compact.
The size is also very different.
Yes, the size also very different.
100 square feet difference.
Yes. So if we put side by side, I think if let's say this one is our top pick, correct?
Yes.
But there will be a cut-off point.
Yes.
The cut-off point will encourage you to go for a slightly bigger unit, but on a slightly lower floor.
Yes.
Correct?
Yeah.
So compared to this 3-bedroom, like what we mentioned earlier, 807 square feet, 2-bed plus study, like if you are going for a high floor unit, you can actually buy a low or mid-floor unit for the 3-bed compact.
Yeah,
and similarly,
the Type C one.
Yes, and similarly to this, if let's say you are going for high floor Type C one, you may actually consider a low or a mid-floor Type C2P. Our top pick currently for the most bang for buck will be this one.
Yes.
Correct.
And also because they also has windows in both bathrooms. Then whereas for the bigger 3-bedroom, right, some people they don't like that the bathroom doesn't have windows.
Correct.
Like especially for 3-bedrooms and above. Because if let's say they're HDB upgraders, like now currently HDB toilet actually has windows.
Big windows, not only your one big one, one panel one.
Yeah. So maybe they might not be used to a bathroom that doesn't have window. Unfortunately for the C2P, one of the common bathroom doesn't have window lah.
Yes, here. Correct. If let's say this one need a window, this one don't have a window. This
and also the content will be very different for 926 and 1023. Yes. Yeah, so 926 will definitely be a bit more palatable to most people. So I would think that 926 will actually move first for the 3-bedroom.
Yeah, I also think so.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can buy a 2-bed plus study, top up a bit more, you can buy a 3-bed, 3 solid size.
So I think just now RJ was talking about how 3-bed, right? If let's say you're talking about Type C2 at 1023, for the higher 3-bedder, we can actually top up a bit more for a 4-bedroom, but for a lower unit lah. So using the mid price for the 3-bedder, right? The bigger 3-bedder, which is 1023 at 2.4 mil, you top up $167,000 more. You can actually buy a
Mid-low floor lah.
Low floor for 4-bedroom.
Yeah. So maybe I put that into perspective, right? This 167,000, right, is how much? 167, 314 times 25%. So essentially, you are topping up about $41,800 more, excluding your buyer stamp duty. But with your buyer stamp duty in, I think it's just maybe another few $1,000s, up to $50,000 more to get a full-fledged 4-bedroom. Like what we said earlier, is there will be a cut-off point on which level you like to purchase lah. Yeah.
Because we also don't want our clients to overpay for a unit size.
Correct.
Yeah.
But
So
if you still insist to buy the high floor one, don't upgrade to a 4-bed, I mean that's fine also. I mean for family needs or lifestyle.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
So now we talk about the 4-bedroom analysis. So for 4-bedroom, there's actually 4 types of 4-bedroom. Okay, we talk about the very first type, which is type D1. The 4-bedroom is at 1,184 square feet. Okay, so 1,184 square feet. This one is at stack 8. So it's AYE facing lah. So there's a bit of diagonal sun for this one. So coming in here, I think very good for 4-bedroom is that there's a bit of privacy lah here. And then you have your dry kitchen, wet kitchen. And for this one, there's actually a storeroom.
For a big family, for a big unit, yes,
Yeah.
storeroom is quite
important.
Quite important.
Yeah, because if let's say for a big family, they have a lot of things, right? Usually,
okay, throw inside there lah.
if not, you have to put in the bedroom, very wasted lah. Yeah, so usually it's good to have a storeroom. Yeah, so this one, the dining area actually can put 8-seater. 8-seater very big.
Yeah, sizable, just nice for your CNY. You know, everybody can come and do stuff together.
So this one is a conventional layout. So conventional layout meaning all the bedrooms are tucked into one side. Okay, there is 3 common bedroom, all very sizable. Can put a queen size bed, 1 common bathroom here, and going into master bedroom. Master bedroom definitely can put a king size bed. Yeah, and also has a ensuite master bath. Okay, for this unit wise, I think unfortunately the common bathroom don't have window. Yeah, I think that's one of the thing that I cannot tahan lah. Yeah, but then
It's a lifestyle decision.
yeah, it's a lifestyle decision. Yeah, but then the WC has a window. And the master bath also still have a
So
window.
it's a switch from the 3-bed plus study lah.
Yes.
Correct. So essentially, if you need a window, you can actually upgrade to a lower floor, lower mid floor.
Yeah, but if let's say you need a 4 bedrooms, then maybe you can consider this one lah. So for the 4-bedroom premium at 1313, actually the size quite big.
Quite big.
Yeah, the size really very big. Okay, so for this one is actually the school facing at stack 12, and there's actually 1 stack only. Okay, coming in here, I think you still get a bit of privacy because this privacy is only like halfway lah. Similarly, you get a dry kitchen and wet kitchen, but instead of a storeroom, you get a household shelter. Yeah, so this store area will be a lot bigger because it's a household shelter. Kitchen wise, you still get a window. For this WC, very good lah. You still get a window here also. Yeah, so this is also conventional layout. I think they are really targeting at the HDB upgraders also.
Yes.
Yeah, most of the HDB are HDBs 4-5 bedder. Most of them, I wouldn't say all because I still see dumbbell layouts. But most of the HDBs are actually conventional layout. You get 2 common bedroom, and this is actually a junior master. So what is a junior master means? There's actually an ensuite toilet for this one as well. For this unit type, there's actually 4 toilets. So 1 WC and 3 bathrooms. Yeah. So similar to the 4-bedroom, you get a master bedroom plus an ensuite toilet. But you see, one is 1184 and one is 1313. So actually, where's the difference? The difference, right, will be, I think, the junior master here.
Yes, and also the walkway.
Yeah, the walkway is a bit longer.
Yeah, slightly longer, which some people like because of privacy.
Yes.
Yeah, people cannot peep into the house. They can actually put a blind at the start of the
some of my
walkway.
clients actually put like you know those Japanese restaurant where you go in, then there's this
Those
cloth thing.
curtain,
So they actually put it there so to like
segregate lah.
segregate the living
areas.
and the sleeping area. Yeah. Okay. So this is a 4-bedroom dual key.
4-bed dual key.
I'm not really a fan of 4-bedroom dual key lah.
Okay lah. It's also for a different target audience because it's people who purchase a dual key unit, they tend to lease out the studio unit. Yeah. But again, in my opinion, you buy a 4-bedroom with that price range, I don't think you are looking to rent out and find someone to help you pay down your monthly mortgage lah. Yeah, that's my opinion lah. Like 4-bed, I think you would have quite sufficient to even buy the entire plate of the entire 4-bed plate to yourself already.
Yeah, and you look at the 4-bedroom premium and the 4-bed dual key, right? They're actually the same unit size. Yeah, 1313. But I feel that there is still some kind. Our target audience for this 4-bedroom dual key maybe is like 3 gen.
Yep, 3 gen.
So
Yes.
maybe you want to stay with grandparents, but then grandparents don't really want to stay together. Well, they want to stay in the same house, but they want to have some kind of segregation and some kind of privacy. So they would probably stay at this studio area, because this studio area are actually quite good because they have their own kitchenette here, and then definitely have a bedroom because it's a studio ma. Yeah, and then they have their own dedicated bathroom. Maybe the grandparents would want to stay in this area.
Yeah, maybe you want to stay with your in-laws or grandparents, you want to see them, you scared there will be some friction. 4-bed dual key, you still want to care for them, you want them to move in with you, but you know, at least there's not too much of close proximity lah. 4-bed dual key may be suitable for your lifestyle.
Yes. Okay, so coming in here, this is where the dry kitchen is, a wet kitchen. You get a storeroom here, and then similarly, I think for this one, I think the WC don't have window, but then kitchen has a window here. Coming in here is still, it's almost like a studio plus a 3-bedder. Then this 3-bedder, it's quite similar to the 926 one.
Yeah, similar 926.
This one is like a 926 layout.
Yeah,
this area. Because even the bedroom configuration is also quite similar. The common bedroom here, and this is a Jack and Jill for the bathroom. And then this will be the master bedroom with the ensuite toilet. Yeah, so you can just imagine this as a 3-bedder plus a studio.
Yep. And one thing interesting about this unit, right, is that it get dual view lah. But one view is facing Clement Canopy, you know, right? Yeah, correct. So if you want to buy this unit, maybe privacy will be a consideration for yourself. Yeah, because the living, the master, and the other common bedroom is actually south facing. Yeah, only the studio and one of the common bedrooms
like here
is facing Clement Canopy.
Right. Okay lah, but it's still the balcony. So actually with the door, the glass door, I think it's still quite a distance.
Yes. So let's say for y'all who really want to buy 4-bed dual key and want to rent out that 1-bedroom, okay, we have actually done out some rental yield for y'all. Okay. So let's say y'all buy it for 2.88 million, let's say 2.9 million. Okay, for starting price of 2.2K per square feet. Let's say you decide to rent out for 3,600 a month. You still get a pretty decent rental yield, of almost, I think 3 to 3.6% a year. Correct. So that's something that you all can consider as well. If you really want to buy this unit just to rent out the additional room lah.
But if let's say you're gonna rent out separately, then your rental yield will be higher, right?
Much higher.
Yeah,
but again, like I feel lah, you can buy a 4-bedroom for 3 million. Wow, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe the lifestyle a bit different.
The lifestyle a bit different.
Yeah. Okay. So for this 4-bedroom, the floor plate here all very big. Yeah, this is a 4-bedroom plus study at 1507 square feet. So this is at stack 13. So it will be the AYE facing. So you will get a bit of diagonal west side. So coming in here, wow, you see a lot of empty spaces.
This one really very big.
Very big,
This one really very big.
Yeah, so you come in here, similarly you get a privacy. I think FCR really like privacy house. Because most of the units, right, have this privacy thing here.
Yes.
Yeah, have this wall here, so it really gives a lot more privacy. Yeah, so dry kitchen, wet kitchen, and then there's a window at the kitchen area. You get a household shelter, a WC with a window. Okay, coming in here is the dining area. I think this dining area can easily put an 8-seater.
And I think the show flat, they put a round table.
A round table,
yes. Round table,
yes.
10-seater round table.
Yes.
Yeah, wow. It really shows how big this unit is.
How grand the unit is.
Yeah, 1,507 square feet. Yeah.
Okay, then this, you have a study here. So this study, you can corner it off it as almost like a flexi. Yeah. If you're a helper, you can convert this as a helper's room.
Yes.
Yeah. Then your household shelter, you can literally put your convert it as a storeroom lah. Yeah. So you have the bedroom. This is the common bedrooms here. There's 3 common bedrooms and then 1 master bedroom.
Master bedroom very sizable with a mini walk-in wardrobe there also.
Yes. Yep. So I like these common bedrooms in this area. Why is it so? It's because it's almost like an ensuite. So if you look at this layout, you can see that almost all the bedroom has a toilet. Yeah.
Yes.
Quite similar to the Nava Grove 5-bedder. Yeah, because all bedroom has a toilet.
It's like an ensuite.
Yeah. So for this bathroom, right? Even though it's common bathroom, it's a Jack and Jill shared between the 2 bedrooms.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then this is also a Jack and Jill, shared between the guest and also the person staying at the bedroom 4.
Yes.
Yeah, so in total, I think maybe good to have helper for this. If you're living in this unit because why there's actually 4 bathrooms in total. Quite a lot of bathrooms to clean.
A lot of bathroom to clean.
Yeah. Okay. So if we talk about our top picks for 4 bedroom, I think one of our consideration is the unit size.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the unit size will determine the quantum.
Yes.
And the quantum will really determine what other products that you can potentially purchase also.
Yes.
Correct. So for us we recommend buying something that is bang for buck lah. Yeah. And if let's say it still serves the purpose, everything is still suits your lifestyle. Yeah. That's why we have our 4 bedroom type D1 as our first choice.
Yeah.
At
Because
1,184 square feet.
actually you see right, the unit size, right? Why the unit size is just because of this one bathroom. If let's say you don't need that but one bathroom, right? Then you can just take, if you really need 4 bedrooms and then you can actually sacrifice one of the bathroom, then you take the D1.
Yeah, I mean essentially you're paying for the additional walkway lah. Here that we have highlight in pink.
Correct.
And also the extra toilet. So you are paying almost 150 square feet more. Correct. Just for that additional space. I mean, it's every individual's decision lah. Yeah, so for the dual key, we don't recommend dual key also because it's harder to exit. Yeah, it's similarly to our penthouses.
Yes.
Yeah, our penthouses it caters to a specific group of buyers.
Yes.
Yeah, so different lifestyle also. So we didn't recommend the 4-bed dual key.
Yeah, so it's not even in this list at all.
Correct. Yeah, so last but not least, if you really like a very big plate unit, that will be your 4-bed plus study at 1,507 square feet.
But we also have a cut-off.
Yes, we also have a cut-off for that. Because at that quantum, right, wow, I think can buy landed already. Or maybe buy 5 bedroom. Yeah, correct. Yeah, we can look more into that.
Yeah, because actually for the 4 bedroom plus study, right, the main difference rather than having one study, right, is this is a bit more premium lah, because you get a walk-in wardrobe view. Yeah, but some people might not need the walk-in wardrobe, so they find that it might be a wasted space. But it really depends on your lifestyle.
Yes, and most of the time, you'll see the walk-in wardrobe here. The shorter one is for the guys now. The longer one is for the so
guys don't need so much clothes, right? We got so many different configuration of clothes.
That is true. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So that's our pick for 4-bedder.
Yes.
Okay, so next, the very last one, 5-bedder analysis.
Wow, 5 bed.
Yeah, this 5-bedder also very big. I never see such big 4-bed lah. Yeah.
1776 square feet hall.
Yes. For this 5-bedder, if you see all the bigger units, right, they actually have AYE facing.
Yes. Why?
I think maybe because high floor, right, you get a good unblocked view. Yeah, but unfortunately, because it's AYE facing, there's a noise lah.
Some noise lah.
Yeah. That's the thing about this development lah. So whether there's premium or not, I'm not too sure for the
Hard to say also actually, because you see all the bigger units are facing south, which is AYE facing. So there may be some road noise.
Yeah, so I feel that maybe like for the higher floor units, maybe 25 and above, there might be a big premium jump.
Yes, because you're essentially paying for the views already.
Yes.
Yeah, and we understand from developer that you can even see out from Pandan Reservoir, maybe even to the southern Anchorage area already.
Yes.
Yeah, correct. The 5-bedroom, is similarly south-facing. Okay, so this unit, I'm not sure whether we'll have much sun, okay. But what we have here will be, we have an ensuite.
So this one, so you come in here,
Yes.
it will be a dry kitchen. You have a proper island here. Yeah, so I really like MCL and CSC, how they actually plan out the layout lah, for all their unit layout. Because actually all very, very nice leh. You think so?
Yeah, all very nice.
All very nice, oh.
This one,
it's
the
very
show flat
spacious and like it feels very grand also.
Yes.
Yeah.
So far, is a 10-seater dining table.
Yes.
With a lazy Suzy now.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, so grand. So I mean, if let's say, if condo is not a problem, I might consider. Yeah. But then we will talk more about our neighboring developments for 5-bedder.
Husband.
Okay.
Cool.
So coming in here, this is the dry kitchen. There is a wet kitchen here. You got the utility and also a household shelter.
Wow, we got 2 space for storage.
Yeah. So this is the window, and then you have a WC here.
大柱，对。
Yeah. Okay, so for most of 5-bedder, they are actually dumbbell layout. So on the right hand side is the junior master. Yeah, junior master comes with a toilet, ensuite toilet. And then if you look at the living room, the living room actually quite long in terms of the width.
Yes.
Yeah, so actually
It's a bit of
very
a
nice.
landscape layout. Yeah, it pans outwards.
Yes.
So it makes the house look bigger than it actually is.
Yeah, look a lot grander also.
Correct.
Because you're looking at 5-bedder.
This is what you want if you buy 5-bedroom.
Yes.
The small, skinny one. Yeah, then it's defeats the purpose of buying a 5-bedroom.
Yeah, might not look as grand.
Yeah.
There's 2 common bedrooms that is sharing 1 bathroom.
Similar to the 4-bed.
Yes.
Jack and Jill.
So Jack and Jill. And then there is a second junior master here. I would think that junior master will be slightly bigger than as compared to the common bedrooms.
Yes, slightly bigger.
Yeah. And then for the master bedroom, I think this is the woman's heaven because you get a very, very long wardrobe.
Yeah, that one is
space
for the
here.
ladies. The other one
Yeah,
is
maybe
for
these
guys.
2 will be the ladies lah. Then the
Yup.
guys one maybe can put in the utility or. So I think this space is actually very big. So it's actually quite grand. Yeah. So I
Dual
think.
sink. Comes with a dual sink.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
comes together with a
wow,
dual sink
yes.
also. Yeah. So literally, only luxury hotels have dual sink for their.
Even for your core central region projects, they have
Yes.
big dual sinks.
Yeah, for the bathroom, especially for the master bathroom. So this 5-bedroom is really targeting the luxury living lah.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
But just that one thing, I feel right, if I were to buy this unit, personally, I hope to have a private lift, because you're already paying top tier money for this. But I mean, everybody is different, Yeah, in my opinion, I feel private lift will be nice. Yeah, but it's still okay. Essentially, you're still buying a very good product that's coming from MCL.
Yeah, just unfortunately, you might need to share the lift with your neighbors lah. But I think if you're okay with it, I think I kind of like the layout. Because
This
it
layout
really
is good.
gives a very grand feel
Yes,
of
the
it.
landscape, landscape living room, how they actually partition the rooms.
Yeah. But because of the big floor plate size,
Yup.
maybe we can talk a bit about the pricing for this one.
Correct. I think the pricing, right, if we base on 2,200 per square feet, correct? Say based on 2200 PSF times, let's say
1776
Yeah.
square feet.
1776, correct? We're getting about 3907
And this-
million.
Yeah, but 22 for a 5-bedder might not be the starting from price. Maybe
Yeah.
it's like a mid-floor.
Yeah, mid-floor, and if developer give chance, they may actually go for something launch lower lah. Yeah, so 3.97 million. Yeah. I mean, starting from price 3.97. Wow. Yes. Okay. I mean, it serves a different group of buyers, correct?
Yeah.
But because we actually also did some analysis, 3.907. I mean, we done some checks for landed in the District 5 area.
Yeah.
Last transacted was around 3.7 million, but it's original condition.
Yes.
Yeah, but what we understand from some of our clients is that if you buy landed today, you are essentially buying a piece of Singapore.
But I think the difference between landed living and condo living, I think the first difference is the facilities.
Yes, the facilities.
Yeah, so
Correct.
in condo developments, even if you buy such a big floor plate, right, you get to enjoy the facilities.
Correct.
Second thing is the maintenance. Yeah, so I've got a lot of clients who stay in the landed area. They feel that the maintenance a bit tall.
Yes, a bit expensive.
Yeah.
Roofing, driveway.
Yeah, so if let's say like there's leakage even at the facade of your landed, right, you also have to go and bear
Yes.
it's really time and effort and also the cost.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then if let's say touch wood lah, if let's say there's anything wrong with the facade of the condo facilities, right, the MCST will help you with it.
Yeah, no
so
worry.
you really save a lot of time on that.
Correct.
You will.
Yes. And staying landed, you have to buy your own country club.
You don't get to enjoy the swimming pool
Correct.
unless your landed area is big enough to build a swimming pool inside.
Yes.
Yeah, but to build a swimming pool also not. not cheap.
Not cheap,
Not cheap, right?
In ground, above ground, so there's a lot of other swimming pools. So yes, so I mean, if you have this budget of 3.9 million, you can actually consider the 5-bedroom unit.
Or maybe if you really still want to stay in landed, you can consider landed. But then because it's original condition, you might need some
additional works.
Renovation. You might need to do some renovation, and then renovation won't come cheaper.
Of course, in today's market, post-COVID, everything also increased.
Okay.
Yep.
So maybe we summarize on our for Elta analysis today. Okay.
Great.
So for one bedder wise, if you're looking at quantum, maybe we can consider, because actually for one bedder is mostly for investment. Yeah, so for investment wise, the tenant pool will be very healthy. Yeah, because you are living in an area that is education hub. There is Silicon Valley of Singapore.
Yes, your One North area.
Yeah, and then you are still staying near, not too near, but near enough to NUH.
Yes. Correct. So investment, like what we said earlier, is price sensitive, not only for the buyer, it's also for the tenant.
Yes.
Yes, so 1-bedroom, we recommend choosing based on quantum.
Yeah,
but
so
as
low
low
floors.
as possible.
Yeah. If your ballot number is good.
Yes.
Yeah.
If your ballot number is not so good and the price range is close to the 2-bedroom, correct, then we will definitely go for the 2-bedroom B2 units.
Big
also
one bath.
facing lah. Yeah, 2-bed, 1 bath.
Yeah, the facing will definitely be the AYE facing, because it will be price sensitive. Then if you are price sensitive, then I would think that the lower floors, AYE facing but lower floors, will be a lot more palatable.
Yes, that's our guesstimate lah. Yeah, but we will never know what developer will launch until launch day. So the cut-off will be mid-floor?
Yes.
Yeah, mid-high floor. Yes, so with that quantum, you can actually purchase a 2-bed, 2-bath.
Yeah, then 2-bed, 2-bath wise, we'll be talking about the B4 units.
Yeah.
So the B4 units will be more for own stay. So more for own stay, the facing will be the school facings.
Yes. Correct.
Then if your ballot number really not good, and you're still considering the 2-bed, 2-bath.
Luck is not on your side.
Or if let's say the 2-bed, 2-bath already sold out already.
Also already,
left the 2-bed, 2-bath plus study.
Yes.
Then we also have a cut-off. So at the cut-off, we might want to consider the 3-bedroom.
The 3-bedroom, correct.
The 926. 926, which is the C1. Yeah.
3-bedroom compact.
Because the 2-bed, 2-bath plus study is at 807. So 807 and 926, actually the difference is actually not much.
Yes.
Yeah.
If the level is high enough,
Yes.
we won't see much difference. Yes. Then finally will be our 3, 4, 5 bedders.
Yeah.
Yes. Depending on your queue number and the price jump, your agent will advise you accordingly lah. Okay. But if you're still confused over everything else, right? Really you cannot digest. Give us a call. We'll be more than happy to advise and assist you with your unit selection.
Yes. And next up will be Park Town. So actually all the launch day are actually very near to each other. So I think the next analysis you can stay tuned will be our Park Town analysis. But before that, when's Elta preview date?
Elta preview date will be 6 February 2025.
Yeah.
Alright. So booking day will be on 22nd February.
Yes.
Yes. So I think we have about 2 weeks for preview.
So if you are interested to take a look at Elta, you can contact any one of us.
Or if not, you can contact your agent. I hope your agent can choose the right unit for you.
Alright, can see you.
See you.